just over it. Or could it be that I'm aggravated? Why you be acting like you was the man? I'm not a fan. What do you not understand? Remember all them times when you told me lies? Stayed up all night. All I did was cry. Said remember all them times when you told me lies? Stayed up all night. And all I did was cry. Now you acting all hard through the breakup. Only you be back around here is my makeup. I'm too much, call your cake up. Your foundation sweet, oh yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you enjoyed that little video clip at the start. That was an Instagram reel I made just to show the differences between the fantasy of being a writer and the reality. And it was definitely inspired by Carrie Bradshaw and Sex and the City because, to be honest, I watched that and thought, wow, it must be such a glamorous life being a writer. And now I'm living it. And guys, it is far from glamorous. And it's actually inspired the idea for this video today because I thought it'd be interesting to talk to you about what it's like to live a creative life, to make your money from a creative job, to be part of a creative industry. So hopefully it'll be super interesting to you guys if either you also have a creative job, you live a creative life, or that you're really interested in it, or you might want to take the plunge one day and work in a creative industry. So obviously I'm a full-time author, but this would apply if you are a musician or an artist or a YouTuber or a content creator, any of these kind of creative jobs. Hopefully there'll be something in there that will speak to you. And yeah, I just really hope you enjoy it and yeah, find something interesting, relatable and fun in this video. So let's start with the positive aspects of living a creative life or doing a creative job. For me, it's the ability to do something that I'm passionate about, something that I really enjoy, something that I love doing. It's something that you can bring creativity to, obviously, and talent and imagination, something that you can pour your whole heart and soul into. It's not working somewhere that you just don't really enjoy or that you find doesn't motivate you. You know, we've all been there. I've had office jobs where I've sat there and daydreamed of doing something different. So it really is a dream come true to do this job. And I think that's the main reason that people seek out a creative life, is that they have something that they are really passionate about and they want to spend their time doing it. They want to spend their time doing something that they enjoy and that makes them happy. And that is definitely the best part of doing a job that you love, is that you are motivated, you do enjoy it, and it does make you happy. The majority of the time, I mean, not always, but generally if you are in a creative industry, you're mostly your own boss. Like, even though, you know, I have a publisher or you might have a manager, you are fundamentally doing your own thing. So you can choose how much time, effort, hard work, hours that you put into it. It's really up to you to kind of shape your career, so you don't have to answer to anyone but yourself, which is really nice when you've had bosses in the past. I think what's also special about doing a creative job is that you are doing something that other people can enjoy. You are essentially obviously creating something, you're making something that you're putting out into the world. So it's not a solitary thing. It's not a job where you can't see the end result. You clearly can see the end result. You've created something, you've made something, and you put it out in the world, and other people can connect to it, they can enjoy it, they can appreciate it, they can send you nice messages about it, and it can make other people happy as well, not just yourself. You know, I personally find it super rewarding when someone messages me to say they've really enjoyed one of the books I've written, and it's just lovely knowing that you have made somebody else feel good with your work. And also I think you have left something in the world. So yeah, as human beings, maybe we all kind of sometimes think about the meaning of life. Why are we here? What's going to happen after we've gone? And that's what's really nice about doing something creative, is that you have left a mark on the world. You've left a piece of you there, hopefully forever, that other people can discover and enjoy. So as with any job or any life, nothing is 100% positive all the time. There are definitely some downsides to doing a creative job, some negative aspects and disadvantages. I think the main thing is there is a lot of uncertainty in these kind of creative industries. You know, you are relying on your own, like what you create. So it all comes back to you, and it's very uncertain in terms of whether your product, whatever you are, if you are a writer, your books or your next album or your next piece of work or your next video, it may not do as well as you were hoping. So it's quite uncertain. You don't know exactly how many of what you create you're going to sell, or how much money you're going to make from month to month, or even week to week, or even day to day. It's very uncertain, as we all know, particularly with this virus that's hit us. You know, a lot of creative industries have had to shut down, people are struggling. So, you know, that is the problem. Also with being your own boss, everything is down to you. So if you aren't well or you're struggling, there's no one else who can do the work for you. You have to still do it. And obviously that's the case, whatever job you like, however you are self-employed. I think obviously because you're putting work out there in the world, as I was talking about, it's lovely when people enjoy it. There's also going to be people who don't enjoy it, who don't connect to it, who leave you a bad review, who send you a message saying they didn't like it, or, you know, who unsubscribe to you on YouTube, who stop following you because they don't like what you're putting out anymore. So, you know, you have to realize that no one is gonna 100% like what you do. You just have to hope that you will connect to the right people for your work, and that they will be supportive of all of your work in the future. But that might not be the case. So yeah, it is uncertain, and not everyone is gonna like what you do. So you are gonna face rejection, you are gonna face negative reviews and comments, and there are gonna be setbacks and failures along the way. It is an inevitable part of this kind of work and this kind of life. I also think generally it is hard to be successful. It is hard to make money because there are so many people doing creative jobs, but also it's so hard to stand out. So take YouTube, for example. How many YouTube accounts are there? Like, how many people are going to be able to discover yours? It's very difficult. And because of the unstable, uncertain nature of things, it can be difficult to make a solid living from these kinds of jobs unless you are top in your field. And it's so hard to be top in your field. You know, if you compare someone who does gigs in their local pub to Taylor Swift, you know, they are essentially doing the same job, but obviously they are so different because of their different success levels, their different status in the world. So it's very difficult to reach that top level. So the people underneath do struggle. It is only inevitable, unfortunately. So now we're on the ugly part of the creative side, and I think that is the self-doubt that comes with it. I think it's the feeling, A, that you don't want to take the leap and try and do a creative job in the first place. And then there's the self-doubt that happens when you're starting out and you face rejection and failure. And then there's the self-doubt that continues even when you reach whatever ambition, whatever job it is that you're trying to reach. Because when you're a creative person, you constantly have that self-doubt, you know, is my work that I'm putting out good enough? Are people going to like it? What if I can't carry on doing the job that I'm doing? What if I don't get that new book deal, or I don't get that new music deal, or my next YouTube video fails? There is a constant kind of worry and uncertainty within yourself, I think, when you do a creative job. And it's so hard to keep up a level of confidence and self-belief and self-esteem all the time. I don't think, well, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think any creative person can do that all the time. I think there's always going to be an element of self-doubt that creeps in sometimes. Even when you're on your 10th, 20th novel, there'll be a moment in the middle of writing it where you're thinking, I can't do this. I can't finish this job. I can't finish this book. I don't know how to write anymore. Or, you know, you might do a particular gig and you're really nervous before you do it. Or you might film a YouTube video and you watch it back, you think this is awful, there is no way I can put this out in the world. All these things, I just think it's very difficult to do this job without any kind of self-doubt. And I do think that is part of the reason that not everybody succeeds, because I do think sometimes the rejection, the setbacks, the failure mean that a lot of people do give up trying. They do give up trying to do whatever job they're trying to get, and because of the self-doubt that they experience. So I do think that is the ugly side of doing something creative, and it's weird because it's all in your own mind. It's like your mind is making you feel that way. There can be obviously outside influences if you get like a bad review or something. But yeah, it comes from within this self-doubt, and it is so hard to get over it. It really is. I mean, I made a how to not quit your dream video, which kind of touches on that area. So I will link it for you guys if you are experiencing self-doubt. But I just think it is inevitable, and it's something you need to just accept if you're doing this kind of work, and just try and find ways to kind of push through, keep going and not give up, and just keep making the work that you enjoy and that you're passionate about and that inspires you. And then you've just got to hope that that will connect to someone out there, and they will also enjoy it and feel inspired by it and feel motivated by it and love it as much as you do. That is really all you can do when you're doing this kind of job, is to make what you're proud of, and then hope that it finds the person out there that will love it as well. So I just wanted to share with you guys my favourite non-fiction book of all time, a book that is specifically for creative people who are either wanting to do a creative job, to live a creative life, or who are already doing it and might be experiencing some things we just talked about, self-doubt, for example. And that is Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic. It is, the subtitle is Creative Living Beyond Fear, because we all know that is the biggest step to take, is shaking off that fear, taking off the leap and going after the job and the life that you want. And if you haven't read it and you're a creative person or you want to do something creatively, I would really recommend it. It's very inspiring. It talks about some of the things we talked about today, and how you can overcome that self-doubt and what it really means to be a creative person and to do a creative job. And I was really inspired by it when I first read it. I think I've read it twice now, and yeah, I would definitely recommend that if you are just kind of wanting to delve a bit more deeply into creative living and creative work, because yeah, it's definitely an inspiring read. Enjoyed exploring creative living and creative working with me, just looking at the good, the bad and the ugly side of it. I think, to sum up though, I think doing a creative job is one of the best things in the world. I'm living my dream. I really enjoy writing books and knowing that other people are reading and enjoying those books that I put out. And I do think it is a brilliant job. It's a hard job, definitely, and I don't think it will ever get easier. I mean, I think even if I became a bestseller, I think, like I said, I would still have those self-doubting days. But obviously, you know, it would be nice, guys. Not going to lie to you on that. But overall, I love the job that I do, and I would definitely recommend, if you are thinking about trying to do something creatively, to definitely just do it. You know, whether it's starting up that YouTube channel, just film that first video. If it's that you want to write books, just start writing a book. Don't let fear hold you back. Just try. You never know. And if you are already living a creative life like me, I really hope you are enjoying it and not letting the self-doubt get you down. And I would love to know in the comments, do you do something creative? Did anything in this video speak to you? Was it relatable? Do you feel the same way? Or, you know, are you looking to start doing something creative? Let us know in the comments, and we will hopefully give you a big boost of inspiration to get started on your journey. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe. My next video will be the next in my writer series, so it'll be my second vlog, Days in the Life of a Writer. So if you'd like more kind of look into what I do as a writer and more news about my forthcoming books, make sure you subscribe to catch that video next on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are okay. Take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon for a new video. Bye.